Hey teachers, this is a video that's going to show you a couple different ways that you can assign a Pear Deck to your students in Schoology. So in the slide deck that you're sharing, I'm just going to borrow the assessment Pear Deck that we used last week with you guys, but you will obviously have your own slide deck here. Remember that to create your Pear Deck link, you have to click Start Lesson. You select what they're going to do, if you're going to lead them through it together or if they're going to do it on their own. Then it launches the Pear Deck, and this is where it will give you your link right here. So I'm going to copy. Now, in Schoology, I can do a couple of things. Okay, the very first option would be that you can just post it as an update. So if it's something that you're not collecting as an assignment and it's maybe more of a social emotional type thing, you could say, fill out this Pear Deck. If I want to hyperlink it, let's see, actually, I'm going to take that back. You can highlight the text that you want, click the little box, link, and that will create a hyperlink for you, and then you can post it. And then students will be able to click that link and it'll take them to the session that you created. Okay. Now, the problem with this way of sharing your Pear Deck is that then in your Schoology gradebook, you will not have data taken on that they're filling it out. So what you can do is add a test or quiz. You can add an assignment too, but it's hard for them to submit their Pear Deck. That's not something they can do, but you can do this little workaround. So this is going to be Pear Deck testing, what I'm going to call it. I'm going to give it a due date. I'm going to say it's ungraded. Remember, by selecting a category, that ensures that it will show up in your gradebook, which is great. Okay, all those things. So we'll create it. Now you can actually create it. So I'm only going to add one question. I'm going to add a true or false, or a multiple choice. This is where I'm going to give my directions. Go to this Pear Deck and complete all these slides. Answer the question below when you have completed. And then the question will be, did you complete the Pear Deck? Or whatever you want to call it. Yes or no. And then the correct answer should be yes. I'm going to remove the blanks so it's only two questions. And you can format this to be a little prettier, right? It's only going to be with 1 point. Okay, great. Create question. Let me check the rest of my settings. I want to enable submissions. We don't really need any of those settings for us right now. If you wanted to put the instructions here, you can, but since it's only one question, that would kind of be double work. Let's preview it. So they'll go to that Pear Deck, they'll answer the question yes, and they'll submit it. And then you'll have data in your gradebook that says how many kids submitted this answer. You have to make sure that they actually go in and do this. Your Pear Deck will show you. I'll let it load. All of your sessions, like here's the session I just created. So far, nobody's in it. But this is where you would get to see how many kids would be in it. Well, I was in it a second ago, so there's two of us technically. And it will show you the number of kids on each slide. For example, you can tell that the last one I clicked on was here. And so there's one person sitting on that slide. You can tell which kids are where in your presentation, but if you want it to speak to Schoology, this is kind of a workaround to doing that. Hope that was helpful.